allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's see, that's the Webelos 2, Dan? Yes. Right?
Yes, Webelos 2.
Okay, we're going to get started here with announcements tonight. I want to welcome you all here. It's last evening. Do we have anybody to talk to us about training tonight? Any training events coming up?
I'm here to talk to you about training.
Well, come on up, Mary.
Hello, everybody. It's no class. I recognize some of you, not all of you. I'm Mary Smith, and we're going to be doing a Cub Scout specific training November the 16th in person at the First United Methodist Church from 8:30 till about 3:30. It's about a 6-hour course, and we'll cover everything from tiger cubs, back. So if you have some Cub Scout pack that needs training, I got a list, and there's like a whole bunch of us in this district that needs training. So I'm really in hopes that we get a good turnout. Our email is on the bottom of this, so please have them call me or email me so I know who's coming. So we have some materials to turn out and stuff to lunch. Okay? I don't know if there's any other training. Okay, and we're doing the Q&A for Tiger.
Q&A for Tiger Cub. That's right. No, sir. Come on up.
Just really not training for IOLS for Scoutmasters. Kansas District is having an introduction to outdoor leader skills and OWL training. So this is good for Weebelo leaders and Scoutmasters. This is probably going to be the last IOLS training, especially closer to us. It's going to be in Ellenwood Scout Cabin. And they didn't put an address, but Ellenwood Scout Cabin is in Ellenwood, Kansas. It's next to the elevator. So literally, when you get to Ellenwood, you see the elevator, you look down, that's where the Scout Cabin is. And there's only one elevator in Ellenwood. Although there is contact information here, Ken Edgett is doing the training. There's an email and everything. Although if you have any questions, please send me an email. And I'm going to send out more information about this, more detailed information. It's a great training. If you're a Scoutmaster, an assistant Scoutmaster, highly recommend for you guys to come. Especially the last training we have was at QSR. So far from us, this is at least a little bit closer, about I think an hour and a half closer at least. So if you haven't done that, IOLS is a required training before we charter. So remind your Scoutmaster, and then again, if you have an assistant Scoutmaster, please encourage them to attend. Might as well get out of the way to do that. And then, for bonus training, you also get an OWL training. So if you have an OWL or a Weebelo den leader that's going to the Scout anyways, get them to go with you and get that out of the way. So that's what we have. And if you have any questions, just ask me after this. Thank you.
Chris Griff is going to talk to us about the training requirements for rechartering process.
You guys all excited about recharter in January? Yeah. All right. One of the requirements this year for recharter is training. Remember last year? We had everybody do our youth protection? Yeah? Okay. Youth protection was required last year. This year, our scoutmaster, cubmaster, crew advisor, and varsity team coach will all be required, I'll say that again, required to have their training, the basic training. That means for scoutmasters, scoutmaster specifics, and introduction to outdoor leader skills. That's that ILS course that Arvin was just talking about. Scoutmaster specifics is a few hours, it's about a 4 to 6 hour course. You can take that in one day, it's certainly pretty easy. The ILS, or Introduction to Outdoor Leader Skills, is the more difficult one because it's an overnight. So if you can go to this overnight, that would be terrific, because that helps you get that out of the way. For venturing or varsity, they have to have their basic requirement being the specifics course. For crews, they also have to have an introduction to outdoor leader skills. So, cubmasters, any cubmasters in here? Yeah, cubmasters. They have to have cubmaster specifics. And of course, training. If you're a cubmaster, scoutmaster, if you're any of that top leader, those are what we call our top leaders. If you are any of the top leaders right now, online, you can go look at scouting.org and find out who has their training and who doesn't. If you click on the, I believe it's a training records or training requirement, it's on that scouting.org website. Under your My Scout. Any questions? Yes.
So after we look there and we've got a card that says we're trained, but it doesn't say on there, it says that we aren't.
That's very likely. If it's not on the computer that you are trained, call Margaret. She's at the scout office, and she'll get it taken care of. Now, I'm going to warn you that next year, okay, this year's recharter, all the scoutmasters need to have their training. Next year, all of your assistant scoutmasters, all of the direct contact leaders. So any den leaders, assistant den leaders, anyone that has direct contact with our youth, nationals requiring them to have their training. And that's what their specific training, their specific position. So for those den leaders, this year you're a Tiger Cup den leader. Next year you're a Wolf den leader. This year you should have your Tiger Cup den leader training. Next year you need to make sure and get your Wolf den leader training. But exactly, you come to a face-to-face Cub specifics because the online still requires you to take them separately and individually, and they're real redundant. But if you go to a face-to-face training, you get them all at once, and it's one and done.
But you need to renew it every year, even if you come face to face. You have to redo it every year.
Not if they put it right on the training sheet. Because if you put it right on the training sheet, then they get credit for Tiger den leader, Wolf den leader, Bear den leader, so that you have to list them all out separately. And that's
ones that don't have an expiration.
right. Yes.
And you get ready for recharter if you go to this leader specific training, and I'm a Tiger leader when I do the Wolf leaders, and I'm ready.
You'll do them all.
Oh, they're all on.
You would get them all, and with a little coaching, they're going to do. Unfortunately, we haven't done the paperwork correctly all the time, and so the face-to-face one, we're trying to get that corrected. So the face-to-face one, then you'll have all of your training all at once. for that. Pardon? Specifics? We've had them every other month all the way throughout the council. We are getting down to time where we got to get them done because Cub Scouts, actually, they are numerically least trained are people, but they have the most access to training, and all of the training can be done online. I always recommend doing it face-to-face because you get to meet more people. It's just a better training model. But if it comes down to either recharter or not recharter, I'm sure Arvin would prefer they would take it online and get it done. Right? And go to the face-to-face when you can, that's right. Even if you do it online, I would recommend that people do the face-to-face, just because you get so much more out of it. So much more. And for those people that are wondering, are they going to do any of the Boy Scout training online as far as the Boy Scout specific Scoutmaster, Assistant Scoutmaster, they're not going to do it. They've had lots of debates on that. It's really hard to have a camping trip online. Great. Any other questions? Yeah.
Chris, besides having to have everyone trained for recharging, why do we do training?
Why do we do training? Good question.
What do these people get out of
Training
it?
is important. Huh?
What do people get out of it?
It's better program for the boys. Do we give our 16-year-old those keys and say, good luck, have fun? No. You did. You know, hopefully, just about anything. You don't put a kid in the kitchen without at least giving them a few directions as to how to cook. And do everything. You get some direction. And so the whole idea behind training, behind your basic training, and the reason that National has gone to requiring some very basic training is just so that everybody is familiar with the program. Everyone knows its goals and everything. Everyone has some good ideas. And you have some tools in your toolbox to hopefully provide that good program. Yes?
Do you know if there's American Council training still?
I believe American Council
We
training.
were doing that tonight, but Joe's not here tonight, so it'll probably be hopefully next month.
We can make sure that's next week. Any other questions? Thanks.
Okay, Mr. Mark Hunter will give us a quick camp promotion.
Okay, well, I'm ahead of myself too, right? Okay, well, good evening. Sorry, actually, I just came to the Scout office moments ago. There's actually Scout office today. We were actually having a meeting about some stuff that's going on for camp. Big thing is, most of you see this form in the back. There is camp promotions. Well, that means we want you to come to camp. Of course, the camp we want you to come to is QSR, right? Quivira Scout Ranch. This is for Scouters. Boy Scouts, Quivira Scout Ranch. We are having basically everything we had last year. We're having that, plus we're adding a couple of things. There are going to be a couple of changes that I can't tell you about because we're still finalizing them. But they're, in addition to having the ATVs, horses, we're actually going to have some interesting new things down at the aquatics area. We're actually doing some additions down there. Okay. We've got all that coming up. Plus, there's some new special programs that we've applied for national that we may get, and we'll find out soon. So we'll tell you about those as that comes through. So we were a pilot program for the ATVs. We may be a pilot program again. We're working on it. We're working on it. The big thing is for your camps. You'll notice there is in these forms. There's an early bird registration date. Camp prices have gone up this year. We haven't raised camp prices in about 4 years. So we're going through. There is an increase, but it's not much. Of course, they want to raise a lot more, we are even down. So it's like $15 increase. Early bird registration is by December 31st. That means if you just go through and register your troops, we don't have to have all the names, we just have to have an approximate number. Now that doesn't mean if you're not sure you can't change the number afterwards, but the early bird registration is December 31st. I'll tell you right now, we will be going through and we do the online badge tracker registration for the merit badges. By next month, we'll be releasing the schedule. The merit badge schedule will be released at the December roundtable. So the December roundtable, you'll actually get a list of all the merit badges and what order they're in. At the end of December, we're opening a badge tracker, and anyone who is pre-registered in December can start signing their young men up. There's going to be some things that fill up quick. So it means if you pre-register, get the early bird registration deadline, you can get in there and get your voice on the merit badge. Any other questions? You can basically talk to me about that. Yeah.
So when I look for that badge, yes,
Merit badges filling quickly. There are going to be some. There are some merit badges that we are offering this year. The new ones, like programming. We're going to be doing the robotics we had in the past. We're going to be doing programming. We're going to do some other ones. The ones that fill up quickly are some of the things like the rifle, shotgun. So those fill up. ATV program, we've had some weeks where that has been filled. Horsemanship. And the biggest thing is that not all the badges fill up quickly, but what I found is Scoutmasters have told me they're trying to send their kids up and the ones they want are filled. It's like, well, that's offered 4 other times during the week. Yeah, but if he doesn't take it at this one time, he can't take the other ones that he wants. So if one class fills, that means he has to make a choice between one or the other. Now, just because the class is filled doesn't mean that your young men won't necessarily get that badge. If you have a problem, if there's a real schedule conflict, if all the classes fill up by February, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to add in some more classes. Because I'm the one that actually sits there and plays with the scheduling. So, if you have anyone that really wants in there, our whole thing is we don't turn young men away. My staff, they don't need to sleep at night. We'll put the kids up in the night and let them doing that. So, we go through the work with them. That's Quivira Scout Ranch. Now, some of you may be going to other camps other than Quivira. That's great. Our biggest thing this year is we want to make sure that all of the young men get out to camp. At QSR, hey, that's the best camp around. But if you're going to get them someplace else, start looking into that now. And please make sure that if you do take the young men to another camp, that you let us know. Because some of you may be getting a phone call from, well, around here it would be me. If we don't have, if we show that your troop didn't go to summer camp this summer, I'll be calling you to say, hey, where did you guys really go? Even if you went on your own high adventure, we can turn that in as camping for your young men. Our goal is to get as many of the young men out camping as we can. And we've had numbers that have been fairly low some years. Not because our young men didn't go camping, but because you guys didn't tell us that it was so that is our goal, is to go through. If they don't do the QSR, make sure we take them someplace else. Now, some of you are in the Cub program. Kanza. Okay. Kanza is also a very great camp right here in Quivira. I know a lot of people that take their young men up north to a camp that we won't name. Okay? It's a wonderful camp up there. But tell you what, try out the one here. The reason that people take them up north is because, well, they can take all their kids the same week. They don't have to go to separate weeks for different years. We've got that right here at Kanza as well. At Camp Kanza, we have weeks where you can take your entire pack, and even 2nd grade to 5th grade. They all go the same week, and there is a pilot program. There's a program for each grade that they sign up for. So you go through, you sign up for your kids for that program, that's the program they go through. So it's the same thing that's offered up north. We have that program right here. And tell you what, you know, all the council improvements we've been making, a lot of them have done in Camp Kanza. And if you haven't been there lately, I mean, it's a great place and it's a good program. We'll be working with it. Again, we'll be making some more announcements and some different changes, but we'll be making those announcements on Saturday. If you have the CCC meeting, we'll let you know all about it. Any other questions? Yeah. What? You are? Sure. Oh, yeah. Camp Kansas, yeah, we are actually going through, they finished the interviews, haven't they, for the camp director, not yet? They're still in the process. Okay. They are in the process of going through doing interviews with the camp director and the program director for Camp Kansas. Probably, yeah. Well, if something great comes in, let's put it this way, we haven't hired anyone yet. That means if you come in, you got a great application.
Yeah, if you or someone you know are interested in applying to be a program or camp director for Camp Kansas, we are looking for a camp director for Camp Kansas. And also your kids' Boy Scouts age, we are looking for staff for Camp Kansas this summer. It is a great opportunity for your kids to staff. So please promote that, especially in our neighborhood, being Kansas is not far from us. Promote that to your Boy Scouts. To consider that, being summer jobs and all that. You have, scouters that, Eagle Scout and everything, looking for, coming back from college and everything. They can go to QSR or they can hang out here at Camp Kansas. So let us know, let us mark it, please.
And we will be going through it. We'll be doing staff interviews here very shortly. If you have young men, if they are Eagles, they get a pay raise. So if you have an Eagle Scout, he starts camp. Instead of the first year's salary, he gets the second year's salary. So you know the Eagles.
What age does it start?
Okay. What we do is we can go through. If they are 15 and above, they can be on camp staff. If they are 14, they can be what's called a CIT, counselor in training. It's counselor in training. It's counselor in training. 14 years old. That's wonderful. They come down for 1 to 2 weeks. We take them around. They work in different areas during that time, and we give them free food. Okay, so parents, it's a way to go through and at least get a week or two, because when they probably eat more than I do. So, right. So we do go through 14-year-old CITs, 15 and above. We can hire them as full-time staff. There are restrictions for different areas. Aquatics has to be 16 and above. Well, as far as the actual, I've got dates. They said February. Okay, but right now we're actually working on the program. We're looking at hiring a program director, camp director for Camp Kansas. There's some things we're working out on there. We'll actually have the final dates of that here, hopefully February at the very latest. I'd like to have them out there. But we will go through, we'll have those out. Also, the prices and all that, we'll have all that by February, if not before. We will go through, like I said, one thing is, you guys kind of have lucky because you're usually the first person to hear about this. Because usually I hear about it first, and then I go through and I pass it off to my camping chairs and all the other things. So, if you have any questions about any of that, though, feel free to contact me. They don't have it on here, but actually, we'll actually have the leader's guide out. I was supposed to receive it today. I didn't get it yet. I'll probably be getting it probably on my computer at home. We're getting the leader's guide. We'll be distributing that very shortly. And that will actually have my contact information along with those. Again, staff members, we'll actually be doing interviews here very shortly for staff members for both camps. The biggest thing is, let's get the kids out to summer camp. If you don't get them out to Kansas or QSR, at least get them out to a day camp. And day camps, tell you what, they're a great chance to get the kids out and get them interested. I've got a lot of kids that have gone to day camp and then they turn around and say, hey, can I go to the resident camp next week? Let's just get the kids out there, because that's why are we in scouting? To get the kids out there and get them to know the environment. Any other questions? I can go around, just let me know.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, now we'll go to popcorn. Well, I don't see the district colonels here, so yeah, let's start again.
All right. Yeah. Well, that was easy in a minute. For popcorn, first thing, supporter troops, posters. We have some more here. If you need some more, please, I'm gonna give some here if you need some more, and some receipts for support troops. I'm just promoting this for you guys. I know that the door-to-door and all that is a great thing, but I just want to highlight this. It is a program that we do for our troops. You know, when they don't get a product. I mean, you know, when a customer, you know, do this, they don't get a product, but the troops do get a popcorn from it. You know, during the training, Kim kind of explained to you guys how to do it. We don't know where the popcorn goes, but they do get popcorn for this $30 for that donation. But let's say, you know, someone came and donated $10, and then we'll just kind of add that in to another $10 until we get the $30 donation and all that. Also, December 13th for our take orders. December 13th, that is a Friday. It's for take orders for over at City Beverage. And Lynn, Tim, and myself will need some friends to hang out with all day. And so if you are free and looking for something to do, you are more than welcome to come join us. December 13th over at City Beverage. It's going to be a nice place. It's actually a warm place to hang out in, because it's you know, if you guys have been there, pick up popcorn, some drive-throughs. It's not really a bad place to hang out. We need some help sorting and you know, delivering popcorns and everything. So please consider that. Give me a call or let Tim and Lynn I know if you're free to do that. Other than that, if you have any questions about popcorn, I hope you guys are doing well selling. I know you guys we are doing great, by the way, with just a show and sell this year alone. We are way ahead from last year. Very, very impressed. You know, hopefully those new products are working. Another thing that Kim wants me to let you guys know, if you guys are doing a show and sell, the sour cream and onion. I think that is a slow mover for some reason. If that is a slow mover for you guys because of the name, let me know. And Kim said that we can give you guys some samples to at least have people taste it or something. Like, you know, if you're doing a show and sell, I think she'll give you a bag or something. So please make sure that people can taste it so we can get that moving, because that's kind of one of those things like, yes, sour and cream, and people are like, oh, I don't want that. So let me know and we can do that, all right? Anything else with popcorn? If you guys have any questions? Yeah.
May we ask? Okay.
Yeah.
How do we schedule that time for December 13th?
Lynn and Tim is going to send out an email for that, about pick up time and everything. Hopefully, here's what I'm going to say. The earlier, the better. That's my thing. Yeah.
On that Friday.
On that Friday, yeah. You can make a copy, or you can fax it to the office. Can they fax it to the office? I don't know if Kim wants a copy. If they're asking, it's the fill the bucket thing for this Saturday. Is that correct?
No, never mind. Just fill it up.
To fill up, yeah, to fill up, yeah, challenge or whatever, which is the deadline this Saturday. Yeah.
He had told us that training that it was on our system.
It's on our system.
If
Okay.
their name is wrong, then we have to provide documentation.
Okay. Then send her, shoot her an email, tell her the names of the kids that did it.
If she needs a full sheet, I'm sure she'll email you back real quick and we'll only need a copy.
Yeah. And popcorn order forms, a lot of you guys are asking me for more. Unfortunately, and I didn't even know this until I started asking her, we are out of popcorn order forms, so if you guys need some more, there is actually available online to print out and everything. But if you didn't get it, if your unit didn't get it at all, please let me know. But if you got it and you just need some more help the council, you just need to print it out, unfortunately. But I do have receipts for the military donation.
Where is the form over there? I couldn't find it.
Under popcorn, fundraising, and then popcorn, and then forms, I believe. Quivira.org, yeah.
Yeah, and if you just remember this, if you have a blank form now, keep it and just make photocopies of it. So find a blank form now before you run out.
Yep.
There is a bad link on that.
There is.
There's a link that says, like, thank you notes.
Yeah.
And when you click on that, you get something.
Does it work?
Okay. Yeah. So it's something else platform related, but not.
Not a big deal.
I need to get that for you, because you will need to buy some platform.
Okay.
So, yeah, that link is bad on the platform information.
I will let her know. Yes.
Last question. At training, she had said that if we have old cases that we got for show and tell, that we don't need, for our final paper, we just don't need that case, that we can turn it in.
You get returned, yes.
So how do we go about doing that?
You last week emailed us and everything. Just let us know.
So we just do it on the day that we pick up our paper order, or what?
I don't think so. I think there's a deadline to return that. I'm sorry? Before the yeah. Let me double check that to say no, there is. There is a deadline for that, yeah. December 3rd. December 1st. The final sales date is December 1st. December 3rd is. Okay. Let me send the email because I want to make sure. But if it's December 3rd to turn in the full cases, I want to make sure. I will.
She'll tell me an email in writing if we need to do that. I don't know.
All right. Any more popcorn questions? You can tell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have Bob Good, who's going to talk to us about the new money pass. Okay, the first thing we're talking about is we need nominations for our district award of merit by roundtable next month. There are forms on the back table. Pick one up. So if you have a leader in your unit that's deserving of an award from the district, I think we can do 2 of them per year. Depending on how many units we have, we can do 1 for each 50 units we have. We'll crack them there up. You've got an exceptional leader, and they deserve the district award of merit. Get one of these forms and fill it out and give it back to Ted or Harvard, wherever you want. Any of the leaders. Okay, in trying to get our district energized a little bit and unified a little as well, we've been working for several months to come up with a district catch for us, and we've come up with one of the districts to talk together and talk about it. Those are just samples. I've got one here, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit. This is what it looks like. And this is actually something off of the Pawnee tribe of Oklahoma, their flag. We took stuff off their flag. I wrote to them and got written permission to do that. So we're really, at least for this. Yeah, for this. And let me talk a little bit about the symbolism on here. The Plains Indian tribe called the Pawnee wolves because of their cunning and courage. And so that's a wolf. Sorry, you guys are in fox patrols for woodband. That's not a fox, that's a wolf. The emblem of the wolf patrolman meant the Pawnees men of men. So they were very brave. Cross on the blue field is a peace pipe and a tomahawk. The peace pipe stands for peace and the tomahawk for war. Below the arrowheads on the flag are 8 arrowheads. We can only put 3 on ours, I'll explain that. And what the arrowhead stood for is the wars in which the Pawnees have fought in the service of their country. These included the Indian Wars, the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War, Desert Storm, and Iraq. Now I'm sure you can add another. There were 8 of them on the current flag. We put 3, and these are also representing the wars that they fought in. So we put 3 to represent the parts of the scaffold. Duty to God, duty to others, duty to God. The flag of the Pawnee Indians in peace and war is always courageous and always loyal to America. So this is what our hats look like, and we've actually got they're $2 a piece. And you pass them all. Just talk to me, I've got plenty of patches, so hopefully this will help our district get going a little bit. Any questions?
Thanks, Bob. Any other announcements tonight?
Okay, we have Dr. Lloyd Bonhart, our district chair, for district chair minute.
Guys, good to see you here. Hope things are going well with popcorn sales. It sounds like it is. Everybody seems to be very enthusiastic. Glad to see it. I don't know, I just was back there a few minutes ago listening to the talk, and what do you think about electronic app to do the popcorn sales instead of doing my paper form? What do you get a better one? Seriously. When they have those.
You can log in online under the
Check into that, so I understood there was one, but at the same time, it's not working, it's not working. I had the opportunity this last weekend to go to Baloo. Had a great time, quite honestly. Learned a lot, got to do a lot. We've been banging on training. The bottom line really for me, training is to meet other people and have a good time and really pick up some skills. So I would encourage all of you, even to go outside of areas. Obviously, as district chair, Baloo is not a required training piece. But one of my ticket items on Monday was to attend training outside my area. And that's what I've been doing. I had a wonderful time. Had a lot of great people, did a lot of good stuff, had some great food. Frankly, the cooking classes for the council were just remarkable. Very inventive about what they approach and how they do it. So, how many of you are here from units from Hutchinson? Well, so glad to see you. Okay. It's good to see you. Good to see you around here. I mean, many of you have not attended, and obviously encourage you to keep coming. We really do want to make more contact with the Hutchinson units. They've been, everybody's been kind of over the roof. We've been seeing better participation from the surrounding areas and in our own home backyard. So please encourage the people to come, and it doesn't have to be just for 5 weeks. There's always something going on here that's trying to make people more relevant to the day-to-day activities. And frankly, Ted worked very hard to come up with programs. So I encourage all of you to keep coming. And if you've got a problem or a question or some concern about the roundtable, give Ted a call or give me a call. Okay, let me know what the deal is. How can we make it better? If you've got a suggestion for programs, let us know. We're up for anything. Quite frankly, we're up for anything. Okay? So, does anybody have any questions for me tonight? So here's the problem.
On the Internet Advancement Program for the council,
Okay.
My computer won't work. It says it does not support, I guess, the latest version of Internet Explorer.
Yeah. Okay, what you have to do with that is if you're using the latest version of Internet Explorer, it will not work with version 10 unless up in the options, you have to put it into a compatibility mode. There's actually an option in Internet Explorer 10 to put it in compatibility mode, and then it will work with the system.
Can you say that in English?
In the address bar, there's a little broken
Yeah.
page to the right.
Yep.
Click that, and that puts you in compatibility.
Sweet, thank you.
And just be aware that IP 11 is here. Why doesn't the council upgrade?
Well, it's the national, it's not the council.
Well, why don't they do it? Surely they have the resources to upgrade their software.
Wouldn't it help to have a computer here that's tied up to the internet so people that are having difficulty achieving that kind of process like yourself can sit with someone and go over what they need to do?
Well,
I mean, I realize it's your computer that is having some difficulty in talking to the internet, but at least someone else can walk you through.
well, it's just the compatibility mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just need to know where to click on.
Again, would that help to have a computer set up to do that? So if you do have a problem question on one of the websites, somebody can walk you through this. Will that help out?
here's another hint that I've heard from some folks at the National. If you try and do your entry and advancements and stuff at the end of the month, it runs much slower than at the beginning of the month. If you do it at the beginning of the month, it'll go through pretty quick. The last couple days of the month, a lot of times, I actually did it, I think it was the second to last day of last month, and it took it 30 minutes for it to go through and process my advancement. So if you do it during regular business hours, towards the end of the month, sometimes it will take it an hour or so to go through and actually put in your advancements. If you do it at the beginning of the month, it might take you 5 minutes.
We've got way more issues than just the internet explorer.
Okay.
I would put in the same void with the same batch, and it wouldn't take it. It would give it to another void. So when I printed it out, it was given, and I can't delete that now because it's been added it. The only way to get it to take somebody's belt loop was to do a batch deal and only select one scout. If that was the only scout. I'm sorry, I think it's the dumbest system to put all that in, then print it out, take it into the scout shop with a list that isn't even accurate.
And how it's required to be online, you can't fix it by hand. You have the refile system probably.
That system is.
We understand.
And I'm a techie person, I mean, I'm a good.
No, the online advancement and everything, not just Quivira Council having a problem, it's a national thing. And I'm not just passing the blame to, but it is, well, I mean, it is a national issue.
Did they hire the Obamacare people?
That's a good one. But I think Obama may have hired the national people. I think that's what happened.
I am impressed. Well, the answer to that is that, unfortunately, as we all realize in these computer systems, I'm analog. Okay? I'm analog, guys. The digital age passed me by. I got into computers early on, and I don't have time on this, but I got into computers early on, back when they first came out as home computer systems. And I was really hot to go. I learned basic. I was there. Well, I'm sorry, they just outstripped my ability and my interest.
It's not you.
So,
We're the resident
right.
geeks and all of our friendship, family circle.
Sure.
And we can't get
If I can't get it, then I know there's an issue.
Now, well, the trick of it is that you may have too much ability. Well, seriously, because sometimes you overthink these things that they say are intuitive, and they're not intuitive at all. The system I work with down in the prison is not an intuitive system. You can't figure it out by intuitively. You have to have some training to know the little ins and outs and tricks and traps that these things have.
It is a shame that the national system is.
Yeah, and if that is the issue, then we have to adapt to the system, because the system is not going to adapt to us. We know that. So if we need a training, to get on there to do these things, we need to know what kind of problems we're having, so we can structure it as such. And if we need to, we'll bring some computers in down here, and one of the things we're training is to learn how to do these things. And we can sit out with these. That's what they did for us on this new medical system. They hauled us all out and set us down for a day and said, okay, this is what we're going to do today is enter in all this stuff. And at that point, it's like, okay. But it made it a lot easier once you figured out the tricks.
Yeah, I know.
There are always
Everyone
tricks.
needs to know the tricks. I know that now.
One thing is that if you
Yeah,
it's kind
guys, I
of
really
if you have
appreciate
an older computer, it
Oh,
works
no.
better. That's probably if you have a new computer. If you have an older, seriously, if you have an older computer and you're running the older version of Internet Explorer, it works fine. The problem is when you get to version 10, unless you go to compatibility mode every time,
Oh, I did.
yeah,
It's not going to make it work at all.
that's not going to make it work at all.
I'll make I made a list. I'll make it quick. I know it's becoming the Arvin show. I apologize. Really quick. So you guys know you've been getting a lot of emails from me Hope you're reading all of it. If you don't get emails, please let me know, because I do try to send, try to limit it to an important message and everything. Some of you guys for Cub Scouts, I did send out the recruitment peer-to-peer thing. There's a reason for that. We are, as a district, we are way down with membership, and it's not about, again, just like Poplar, I told you guys, a few months ago, it's not about the numbers, it's about the program. We are hundreds of Cub Scouts down from previous years. And think about it. We're providing the same program that we did last year, and we have 100 kids down. And so what is wrong with that? What are we doing wrong? Right? That is the question. And so, so what we're trying to do is encouraging our kids, teaching them life skills, going out there, communications, and encouraging them to invite their friends and reaching out to their friends, right? And so for me, I ask you guys to incentivize your kids and try to ask them, like, hey, what can we do? For my part, for every kid that recruit their friends or to join Cub Scouts, we'll put their name in a chance to win drawing for a $25 gift card. If they recruit two of their friends, they get the recruitment patch to put in their uniform that they can wear. So that's the thing that we can do from November 1st to December 13th. So again, make sure we get the application in, send me the information of the kids, let's recruit everything. Hopefully we can get this done before the end of the year. Then second, I just want to thank you all for who attended powwow training. We have a good representative from our district. I'm very proud of Pawnee district for showing up. And not, it was just a good turnout with Pawnee. It's very impressive. Maribel College coming up next year. There's going to be a lot of programs council-wide next year for Scouters. Make sure you guys, with trackers and Maribel College, that's going to be back-to-back from January and February and all that. Make sure you put that in your calendar. Those two big events are very, very good. Not just recruitment tool, but also it's a great retention tool for the Boy Scouts for that. We will also talk about OA. Last time we talked about OA. It's something that we really need to look at as a district, is to bring back OA, the order of the arrow, if you're in a district. So again, let's start talking about it at a troop level and all that. Recording of advancements, and we just talked about it. I know there's some problems, but we need to record our advancements. I know our kids are advancing, we're just not recording it, and we need to recognize them by giving them the awards that they just deserve. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but the rule is the Scout Shop now is the National Scout Shop, and they would not give you any advancements if it's not recorded. Plain and simple. So make sure we record that. And lastly, yeah.
One thing on that. If you're having trouble with advancements, go to the Scout Shop, just take your material with you. They will work with you right there. They've got a computer right outside the Scout Shop that they can, it's an old computer that works. But they will work with you right there on getting your advancement in. They can help you at the Scout Shop when you go down and get your advancements that you get.
If the system's working, we do that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry, I heard you.
Yeah. But they will help you there as well.
And lastly, if you guys haven't been to the new Scout office, please do. It is your Scout office. You guys helped build it. Your FOS contribution helped build it and everything. Also, the Scout office is a Memorial Brick program, so if there is a Scouter that is near and dear to you, or an Eagle Scout, or something that you guys want to put your names in and everything, Memorial Brick program is the best thing. To put that name in there forever. The new Scout office, because probably, we're going to be there for the next 100 years, probably. I mean, we were in the old ski lodge for, 50 years, so that. And also, there's another opportunity coming 2014, the landscaping and everything. There's going to be a tree program where a tree can donate a tree to be planted in the Scout Shop, a tree or a package, for it to be doing landscape and everything. If you have any questions, ask for Alan Lefford, and he can talk to you guys more about it. Again, thank you so much for your time, and that's it. Thank you.
Jim Spikey, come up here, please. All the Cub leaders, please raise your hand. Well, bring your hand out. Yeah. So he can get handouts to you. Where's Mary? Mary! Who is here for the Tiger Cub Q&A? Anybody here? Okay, Cub leaders, raise your hands, please. And we'll,
Yes, Ted.
What? Is anybody here for the Q&A with Mary tonight?
Any Tiger leaders?
Hey, Mary.
Thanks, Mary.
Hi, Roger.
Okay, get on with the main part of the fourth session tonight. We have Mike Appicello with us tonight. He is the Assistant Council Commissioner and his main purpose is JPE. So he will start speaking to us. Thank you, Mike.
How much time do we have, Dad? What time do we have, Dad?
7:54.
That's what time we end?
You got about 5 minutes.
I go to about 4 after 8.
But there are some questions. A lot of this stuff is really, instead of trying to go through a whole lot of information and stuff from me, what I really want to know is kind of a little bit, what information do you guys need from me, really? I want to touch on a couple things real quick because some of the things that you guys, a lot of you guys are talking about having problems with and stuff, and let's just start with the troop level first. I mean, we got both the troop and the pack here. I guess we're supposed to make this a joint deal. And I did this at a powwow and stuff past Saturday and stuff where we did just a pack solo. But anyway, for like the troop level, a lot of us turn around and we will do our planning stages. Okay, we will do our yearly planning, which usually comes around in the month of September, August, September, October, sometime in there. It's nothing I'm bringing to the troop level right now. Where again, we're going to start planning our calendars out. We're going to start doing our budget. We're going to know who our scoutmasters are, et cetera, and all the things that go along. Well, at the same time, you got to realize that rechartering is coming along also, right around the corner. I mean, it's packages are coming out. Mine are, anyway. Again, at the same time, you get online on December 1st, with it and stuff, and then you kind of test finish up by January 15th or thereabouts. But on the troop level alone, okay, if you look at the troop level, on number 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 12, and 13, all of those are pretty much so good out right off the start. What do you do? And the reason I say that is because, again, we're talking about number 1. I mean, we already kind of know what the advancement is on the boys. Number 1, and then you got the retention. You know where they're at. You're building your Boy Scouting, and so you know if you're increasing or just however your membership is. You know about your training leaders, and we just kind of talked about some of that training earlier. Chris did. 9 is your week with the scout transition, which is coming up at the first of the year. The budget, you already know where you're at. I mean, you should know where you're at. You're getting ready to spend some money and know where you're at as far as that goes. You're determining your court of honors. The program as far as the fitness goes is a continuous yearly thing. And then again, number 13 is your annual recharge. The thing is that you only have to do 11 of these. 11 of the 13. And it kind of goes the same way with the pack unit on the pack chart also, because they're the same way. You only have to have so many of them. But now again, now that we kind of know that, where do you guys need some information that will help out with it? I mean, any questions on it? You took the afternoon? Yeah, without it.
Why don't we get rid of it anymore?
I'm sorry?
Why don't we get rid of it anymore for a class?
You get ribbons anymore for your class. You do. You'll get your compliment. You're going to get your script work. Here's the other thing. You're not going to get. Here's what they want you to say. They're giving you nowadays. You're buying. You're not giving them. Give. buy your own.
We found that out of how, why would that, why haven't we been doing it? Because we go by, there's no application.
Buy your person yourself. But again, and that was a change on by, when it came across. That had, you know, that's not actually, and again, there you go, here's the ethics for you, it's a national thing. That's the one that changed that one. You know, they used to allow us to turn up and we can just go and buy it, and we probably still can, and you probably can go up to your council and ask them, say, hey, look, here's the acceptance of this thing. You know, we think that, spending $1.25, you guys should spend it on this.
If you don't acknowledge it, I think you don't acknowledge it, you turn it in, and you don't get it.
I haven't heard anything
You're not
for years.
several years,
No feedback whatsoever.
You want to see that coming to the key?
It's good to do it, but then you get nothing back on it.
Well, it's only been since 2011.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's only 2 years.
Yeah. For 3 years.
Well, you get scared of it. You got to make it out for 30 years.
Well, one of the things you can do to help yourself on that is send to the community. We will see what we can do about getting certificates out to you. And obviously, anyone here in the room and any of you scouts can come to the community and have to ask.
See, and that's one of the things about it, because what actually happens is that in order to make a lot of this stuff actually happen, okay, some of the stuff that you guys don't get to see, and I'll be honest with you, and it's up to you guys, really, it's up to you. You have every right to ask or to go to your district, chair or commissioner, okay, but entire meeting in itself, okay, go to them and tell them. And say, look, hey, here's the thing that we need to know about something, okay? And what they're going to find out is that you want to see their requirements. You can see their requirements specifically, what they have to have in order for you guys as individuals to work out in order to meet it. Okay? Because here's part of the thing, and I'll tell you also, they used to put DEs for the longest time. You guys always heard this, you kind of do all the way, but it's just kind of rewarding for you. Because it was. He turned around and he said, well, we're not worried about membership, but we are down 100 people. Come on. Okay? The thing is that that's again, I mean, that's what it is. It's not on this chart anymore that DEs are required to work with that business and for you know, gaining that membership, because it used to be on there. That's what that's how we had to pay us before, but they're not longer anymore that. You know, on the district council, that's what I'm reporting. Okay. On individual, good at level cities, because you know, we are worried about that, retention, etc., membership growth, things of that sort. So yes, we are huge, but they don't look at it that way anymore. The DEs and professionals go to the DEs.
But I do think that as a district dinner, there's what level we as a full district. And that is calculated by our units. So if our units for the most part are silver or bronze level, then we have to.
I don't have all the copies of the dashboard tonight, but there are, I believe, 15 different areas that we look at in regard to JTE. Right? And quite frankly, guys, I didn't look